just being who I am, I'm anything but traditional. Even though I knew when I was younger that I wanted to be a physician, there was a bunch of different side roads, or I took the scenic route. And so I didn't get accepted to med school until I was 30 years old. So by then I had done a multitude of things. I was a middle and a high school science teacher. It's like an academic advisor for a university,
Wow.
office manager. So it was about during my last year of residency that I said, I just don't want to go through the norm. Some people pursue the W-2 route because, like you said, it brings security. But honestly, I was looking for freedom because I think I was closer to 40
Mm,
than 30. So it was like, okay, at this point, if I'm going to be doing medicine for the next 20 years, the most important thing to me was my freedom and the flexibility. So the weird part is when I decided to pursue locums, I saw it on social media. It was one of the interviews that you have interviewed for. She's actually a psychiatrist. So I reached out to her and I was asking her how her experience was. And when she was telling me about the benefits of locums, I thought that was definitely something I could pursue. A limitation of mine, I would say, is nobody close to me was pursuing it.
okay.
Even though I would bounce the idea off my mentors or the colleagues or people, nobody really could give me much. So I started listening to podcasts to try to get a blueprint of how to navigate that type of journey. By your third year, I don't know if it's some type of database that the recruiters have to where they start reaching out to you and you see a lot of messages that come across your phone about locums opportunities. Okay, so while the recruiters were calling, I happened to see like international opportunities. And a quick fun fact, I was actually born in Guam. And so originally I wanted to go to the Virgin Islands. I wanted to pursue that opportunity. I was like, what better time to heal after residency than
Sure.
on a beach?
Love it.
But that wasn't available at the time. The recruiter was offering Guam, so I said, of course, I would love to pursue that opportunity. The differences between working stateside and Guam, it's really not that many if you think about it, because Guam is a U.S. territory.
Sure.
So I didn't need a passport to go to Guam. However, if you're in Guam, Guam is over there right by Asia. So I had to ensure that my passport was in place. The island is so small. So they number one, they know you're not from there. So they know you came on your own, like trying to do something good. And so they were very receptive. The people were great. The most memorable piece were honestly the providers that I met.
Okay.
There was a couple, sometimes we would get together, like the women. That was really good. We like had our own little supportive community. I like the fact that the accommodations, I would actually had a condo on the beach. I love that part.
Nice.
I love the accessibility to Asia, that I could just get on a plane and go visit all those neat places that I had only dreamed about. And then also the exciting part is I got to realize what it was like to finally be an attending,
Mm,
because that is a tough transition. So I feel like growth to me is always exciting because then you figure out, where do you need to adjust? How can you get better? I like the freedom and the flexibility. When you're taking such a huge leap, you have no choice but to grow. And so now I realize there's nothing you can do. And so the strategies I would say for anybody coming out of residency, number one, do it, but maybe start off stateside, get to know the staff and build that community, but absolutely do it and take control of your schedule, with the climate of everything and as a whole being unstable. And given the long, extensive journey that we have to go through to get to this point, to become a physician and finish training, why not bet on yourself? In this day and age, nothing is secure. But you're secure if you're being authentic. So you have nothing to lose if you're believing in yourself and going to these different sites and believing that you are indeed doing the best that you can.